On Christmas Day, former Vice President Joe Biden shared a heartwarming family photo, but the photo had a rather notable omission: his only living son, Hunter. Hunter has a sordid moral past, having cheated on the widow of his elder brother Beau, but he is also at the center of a very public corruption scandal that may damage his father's chances in the 2020 Democratic primary and in the general election. Should he prevail, may your time with loved ones be full of peace, laughter, and joy. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. With love, from my family to yours, the former vice president tweeted. The photo seems to include Hunter Biden's daughters Finnegan and Naomi, whom the vice president took with him on a trip to Australia in 2016, but the prodigal son is nowhere to be found. Hunter Biden is perhaps most notorious for potential corruption in Ukraine, a notoriously corrupt country. In the call at the center of the Democrats' impeachment push, President Donald Trump asked Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to investigate potential corruption involving Hunter Biden's employment at Burisma, a Ukrainian gas company. The company hired Biden to its board of directors, despite his lack of experience in the energy industry, while Joe Biden was Obama's point person on Ukraine. The vice president later pressured Ukraine's president to fire a prosecutor who was investigating Burisma, threatening to remove $1 billion in U.S. aid to the country if he did not fire the prosecutor. The prosecutor was fired and the investigation dropped. Joe Biden's defenders claim the prosecutor was himself weak on corruption, but the investigation into Burisma was dropped after the firing, as Americans working for Burisma lobbied politicians in Ukraine. According to Peter Schweizer, the vice president's son cashed out in Ukraine and in China as Biden was the Obama point person for both countries. In the case of China, the Obama administration went easy on the Middle Kingdom despite his aggression in the South China Sea, and Hunter Biden raked in cash from companies connected to the Chinese government. The former vice president's son is also embroiled in an Arkansas paternity case after a DNA test proved that he was the father of the child in question. In 2017, Hunter finalized his divorce from his wife of more than 20 years, Kathleen Biden, after she accused him of spending money on drugs and strip clubs. Later that year, he started dating Hallie Biden, Beau's widow. He broke up with her in April 2019. London Alexis Roberts, a former Washington, D.C. stripper, has sued him for child support. Her son was born in August 2018, so the paternity test showed that Hunter Biden cheated on his late brother's widow. In May 2019, Hunter Biden, 49, married Melissa Cohen, 33, in a surprise wedding. During the Democrats' rush to impeachment, President Donald Trump has repeatedly asked, "Where's Hunter?" Many commentators asked that very question in response to Joe Biden's tweet. The indiscretions of Joe Biden's youngest son may seriously damage the former vice president's 2020 campaign, but this act of distancing himself from his son in a Christmas family photo may draw even more attention to the scandals. Follow Tyler O'Neill, the author of this article, on Twitter at @Tyler2O'Neill. Let's block ads. Why?